It takes all my strength just to move something close to you. But for you, I try. Again and again, I waited for the perfect moment. When your world fell silent and your heart open enough to feel me. The distance between us is vast. Time, gravity, and the veil of death itself. But love like mine finds a way, always. By the time you hear this, it may have been days, weeks. Maybe you've already cried. Maybe you're still holding it all in. You may be sitting in your home office again, the same place you've spent countless hours putting on a brave front for the world, especially during those Zoom calls. I was there, cheering for you. I know that despite hearing the news of my passing, you kept going, even if your heart felt like it had stopped. But today, I want to send you something you can hold, not just in your hand, but in your memory. Then it happened. That day during your call, when a single coin rolled from the shelf and landed gently on the floor near you. A soft clink, you paused. Your heart leapt. You looked around. You're more sensitive now. I know. At first, you may have thought it was just a coincidence. But you and I both know better. It was no coincidence. You didn't say it aloud. But I know what you were thinking. Was that you? This coin, this simple yet powerful object, is a symbol of something more. It represents something timeless, something eternal. Yes, it was me. What you may not know is how hard it is for someone like me to move something in your world. It takes so much energy to move something from beyond, especially with no physical body to rely on. But I needed to let you know I was still near. There have been other signs, I know. Moments when the air shifted, or something gentle brushed past you like a whisper. But this one, this coin, carries a story only we would understand. A message etched not just in time, but in love. Do you remember our trip years ago to that old Spanish house down south? We called it La Casa Te Quiero, our little name for it, the house of I love you. The moment we stepped through its wooden doors, it felt as though time bent and wrapped around us. We used to joke that the house had a soul of its own, with walls whispering stories of love and longing. It was no ordinary museum. We felt it then, didn't we? We both loved history, and we often whispered about things unseen. Past lives, soulmates, time travel. We spent hours talking about reincarnation and souls meeting across lifetimes. Maybe that's why it was easy for me to reach you now. That day, it was as if the house heard us. As the sun began to set, casting its warm glow on the room, I stood quietly at the doorway, just watching you, in awe. You looked like someone from another century. You were sitting at the old vanity by the window, golden sunlight catching your hair. Lost in your thoughts, the quiet hum of the evening filling the air. There was something so serene about that moment. The way the light kissed your face. The way you looked as if you had always belonged in that room. Timeless, beautiful, mine. That's when I noticed something at the corner of the old canopy bed. Something caught my eye. It was a coin. old, worn, and resting at the edge of the bed as if it had been placed there for us to find. Tarnished, aged, but still shining like it had a purpose. There, faintly engraved on its surface, I could see the numbers 1709. A date, so distant yet so close, as if it had been waiting for this moment, for us. I held the coin in my palm, feeling the echoes of time flowing through me. I remember thinking, this will mean something one day. And in that quiet room, time folded. You were still seated at the vanity. I walked behind you, both of us now facing the mirror. The present faded away. Time melted. I saw you in another life. And maybe you saw me too. I slowly moved in front of you. Close your eyes, I whispered. You smiled, curious. You did. Then gently, I placed the coin in your palm. I closed your fingers gently over it, like sealing a message in an envelope. When you opened your eyes, you saw the coin. The one that had quietly appeared in this room, waiting to be found. But more than the coin itself, you felt something else. A message, a promise. Kneeling before you, I whispered, if ever we are lost in time, if we are born again in different centuries, this coin find you. Let it remind you that I will always come back. No matter what time we find ourselves in, no matter how many lifetimes we lived, I will always choose you. We would always find our way back to each other. You opened your eyes, there it was, the coin, resting like a promise in your hand. We smiled. Something deep inside us knew. That coin was more than an object. It was a sign. Now, that same coin is how I reach you. Do you remember the moment you held the coin in your hand? That very coin that had once been a simple object, now transformed. It wasn't just a relic from the past. It became a symbol, a bridge between us, across the years, the lifetimes, and the worlds that separated us. In those quiet moments after I left, when the world felt too still, too empty, I tried to reach you. My voice couldn't find you. My touch was gone. But this coin became the way I could reach you, the way I could make my presence known. I knew it wouldn't be easy. Without a body, it's difficult to move things, to communicate. But somehow, through the connection between us, through this token, I could make things happen. That single object, imbued with memory, love, and longing. You might not know this, but coins have long been seen as messages from the afterlife. For centuries, people have found pennies dim as old tokens in impossible places and believed they were from someone they loved and lost. It's one of the few ways we can connect across the veil, using the physical world to remind you that we're still part of your story. So if you see a coin again, in a place it shouldn't be, know this, it's not a coincidence, it's me. I know it's hard to believe, but if anyone would believe, it's you. Because our story doesn't belong to just one lifetime. It stretches across centuries, through forgotten houses and hidden coins, through birdsong and breezes. You once told me that you felt we were souls that kept finding each other, even when the world tried to keep us apart. You were right. I may not have hands anymore to hold yours, but I will place 1,000 signs in your path to let you know I am still here, still loving you, still choosing you. And when the wind feels still and your thoughts drift to that day, in La Casa Te Quiero, just reach into your memory and feel the cool surface of that coin. Because every time it appears, you are holding a piece of me. You may feel like you've lost me, but the truth is, you've never really lost me. I'm here always, with every memory, every moment. I'm there. And when you hold this coin, know that I am with you, across time, across space, and always in your heart. This is my promise to you, that no matter what, you will never be alone. With this coin, let me find home in you always. Until we meet again, your love from beyond, me.